So what drew you to want to be a part of Godzilla?
I think that the most attractive component to Godzilla, the most surprising thing in this version, was how deeply drawn the characters were. That I really cared about them. Reading the script, I felt for them. I was curious about their plight and where they were going to go and if they were going to survive and how they were going to manage to get back together. And it was compelling for me. So that was really became the foundation of it. Before I even read the script, the sensibility of Godzilla it's almost overwhelming. You know, it's as overwhelming as Godzilla itself. So if it was just a monster movie about total destruction, I wouldn't be interested. But this movie is more than that. It's more carefully crafted, and you have the epic battles and the action of a great monster movie, but you also have a compelling drama played out with these characters.
Tell us a little bit about your character, Joe Brody, and what are some of the major issues he's facing?
Joe Brody is the head scientist at a nuclear power plant in Japan, and how ironic, we're dealing with these issues in real life, meltdowns and accidents and this and that, and there is an anomaly in the normal structure that he can't quite answer, and he's trying to figure out what the problem is. But no one will listen. Nobody wants to shut down the plant for safety reasons. And then it's too late. And he realizes there's something far bigger going on here than what we initially thought. And so there is a tragedy at the plant that he has to live with, their own personal tragedy. And it breaks him as a man. He becomes a mad scientist then, hell-bent on finding the truth, or else he might as well just go be a homeless person. He's so compelled and so anxiety-ridden over his guilt that he has to find some answers somehow in order to survive himself now.
And Gareth Edwards, what was he like as a director, and what kind of qualities did he bring to this film?
Gareth Edwards is a sweet, shy, open, calm director. He is wonderful qualities. All that said, you may think that he could be a doormat and be pushed around, but he's not. He has a very specific idea of what he wants. He listens, lets it filter through, and then goes in the direction that he feels is best for the scope of the film, which is exactly what you want. So, but he trusts his actors. We had a lot of really good actors that I was fortunate to work with on this, and he let us bring what we thought was best for the scene in any given situation. And then he just fine-tuned real subtle movements, or maybe, and this. So that's a sign of a well-seasoned director, even though this was only his second film.
And what do you think it is about this film that's going to separate it from the earlier versions of Godzilla?
Audiences nowadays are much more sophisticated. They demand more sophistication in their entertainment. There's too many distractions that they can go to. So you can't do a Godzilla in 2014 what you did even 15 years ago. You have to give them an honest approach, a very thoroughly examined story, well-developed character arcs, and a plot that you can follow, that remains, even in the scheme of things, in a monster movie, that remains plausible for this sensibility, and surprises. And you need a lot of surprises that don't come out of left field, but that, if you think about it, were justified how this came about. And it's like putting together a very intricate puzzle, and they did a very good job with Godzilla.